Hello everyone! We're back at it, back to epic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Odysseus getting home. It's because we only have 3 sagas left, so Odysseus gotta bring it home, mate.
Well, but he lost all his crew, so it's kind of like, is he gonna swim home? Like,
He
we
could. He's
will find out.
Odysseus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to
I'm
it.
like, so I'm interested in whether like the last 3 sagas are gonna be about like, is he going to get home and there's gonna be like more drama, like an arc at home, or whether the whole thing is like his end goal is just getting home and then that's it, like ends there. I don't know. It'll
We
be
shall
interesting to find out.
see.
The next saga is a wisdom saga, and the first song is called Legendary, drawn by Duvet Box. Let's go.
Yay! Maybe it's the Athena saga?
7 years later.
This sounds quite different already. I don't think we've had that chimey keyboard synth. Is that Telemachus?
I guess so.
It's got that earring. It looks like a teenager. Just a boy. Oh, that was Athena's riff.
Ooh.
Give me sirens and a cyclops. Give me giants and a hydra. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary. I'll fight the harpies and chimera's. The minutes are even Cerberus. I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna
So
be
naive.
legendary.
Oh my god. Legendary. Ooh.
They're getting impatient, dangerous too.
It's always references to Full Speed Ahead again.
Yeah.
But there is no Full Speed Ahead. It doesn't end the phrase.
Well, because he's not even on the sea yet.
Yes, interesting. It's like mentioning all the monsters Odysseus has for, or at least Scylla and the Cyclops. Penelope. Oh, those are the dudes who are wanting the throne and Penelope.
Boy, when's your tramp of a mother gonna choose a new husband? Why don't you open her room so we can have fun with her? There come my mother a tramp. Oh, I just did. What you gonna do about it, champ?
Champ. I should not be laughing at this very, very bad situation.
If I fight this monster, is it you?
Ooh. Oh, what an interesting last line there. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Was it, he was like, if I fight the monster, is it you I'll find? Isn't that, I feel like you could read that 2 ways. So what Telemachus is saying is, if he fights to defend his mom and his city, like his dad's throne, I guess, he'll be... So he wants to be legendary like his father, who he has no idea because he was a baby right when Odysseus left. And he's like obviously been fed ideas of how great Odysseus has been and he's singing about all the monsters that Odysseus has faced. So if I fight the monster, will I become as great as you, I guess, is one reading. But then the other meaning could be like how, you know, Odysseus has chosen to become that monster. He's already become a monster, you know, by showing no mercy to his enemies and like sacrificing his men to get back to Ithaca.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like, will Telemachus also go down the same path as his dad? You know, making a series of choices that will also turn him into a monster. Or will he somehow keep his innocence and be the kind of man that Odysseus always wanted to be but couldn't? And then when he finally meets his dad, will he be disappointed that his dad actually, you know, did all these terrible things and isn't actually the hero that he's singing about?
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, is this like a foreshadowing for when Odysseus finally gets back and he, like, Telemachus meets his father and finds out, like, oh crap, his father is actually.
He's like, yo, where's everyone else? Yeah. Where's the crew, man?
In the song, I think he's calling these like suitors, like these men who are trying to fight over the throne, monsters. But it also feels like there's a, you know, could be foreshadowing that he's also going to face his dad, who is also now a monster.
Yeah. Also, what do you feel about so the reference to full speed ahead?
Yeah.
But then you never get to the full speed ahead. It never ever gets there. I was like singing it in my head whenever you were.
And it's like, oh, nope.
Yeah. What you said, I fully agree with when you're like, he's not even on the sea yet, but he has fantasies. Of what it's like to be out there.
Didn't you say there was an Athena riff somewhere? Like,
yeah. Wait, before we go into the Athena riff. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. I feel like by not getting to the full speed ahead, because remember the last couple of times that they were singing full speed ahead, like Odysseus and the crew, they were like running away from monsters, just trying to survive.
Yeah. I guess in the way that full speed ahead is set up, right? It's them wanting to get home. Telemachus is home, right? He wants to go out. He wants to get away from home.
Yeah.
So he won't be seeing full speed ahead to go home.
Yeah, but he also
kind of
because he doesn't know what it's like to run for your life. Like he's thinking about these monsters in a way that's very idealized, sort of like a fantasy.
Like, is he really gonna fight Cerberus? Like, hello, Cerberus will like only need one head to defeat you, Telemachus.
So I actually like how they used full speed ahead, but then cut off that line, like the very last line, to show that he's not quite there yet. Like, and he is naive to a lot of things that are out there. Yeah, that was cool.
The instrumental's also kind of more whimsical, like I don't know, whimsical, very naive sound, like very childish, innocent sounding. Yeah, very upbeat. There's no trauma attached to his songs at all.
No. Can I listen to the legendary bit? Until it turned when the suitors come in? Yeah.
Yeah. Then one was like dark.
Where's my legendary? Where was that? I feel like I shouldn't like it because it's so corny, but I actually did.
It's Athena.
I just want to hear it again. Legendary. It's so dumb, but it's also so teenager, like Telemachus, you know, oh, I'm so cool. And like it's perfect. You were mentioning that it doesn't change until the other guys come in.
Yeah.
I think there was also a key change there, because this is definitely a major. What is this? This is in D major when Telemachus is singing, and probably goes to the relative minor, which would be the B minor, I'm guessing. Yeah, it goes to the B minor when they come in. Ugh, it's horrible people.
Yeah. They're just sitting in the palace.
Yeah, and they know they just want to off Telemachus because he's the heir.
When's your tramp of a mother gonna choose a new husband? Why don't you open your room so we can have fun?
That like sexual assault reference is terrible.
Yeah.
But like so true, because that's the situation that they would have been in. It has been close to 20 years now
I think they said
since
20
Odysseus
years.
left. Yeah.
With no king, I guess. So, and they're probably like the heir is growing up. Like he is going to become an adult very soon. So if they don't take over now, they won't have a chance to.
Yeah.
It's like while he's still young and naive, off him now, kind of
Before
thing.
he grows like, fangs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just one last thing, like musically. I was looking at my list of keys from all of Epic. Legendary is in D major, but Just a Man was in D minor. So D major is the parallel major of D minor. And in Just a Man is when Odysseus was singing about Astyanax, right? Like throwing the baby off. Yeah. So I think
and
that's
how much the baby
cool.
reminds him of his own son, who is Telemachus.
Yeah, so I feel like by using the parallel major for Telemachus, when we get introduced to Telemachus, like this happy key, it's sort of like reminding us that Telemachus was the baby who got to live, whereas the baby in like Just a Man, D minor, because it's like almost the same key, but it's like sad, the sad version of D major. That baby never got to grow up and have dreams of slaying monsters. So yeah, good choice. Nice choice.
Yeah. Okay, so the next song is called Little Wolf, and it's also drawn by Duvet Box.
Fight, little wolf, fight, wanna entertain me. Fight, little wolf, fight.
Oh, he's actually gonna fight him.
Strike, little wolf, strike.
He's gonna lose.
Fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight.
You mean he's gonna get beat up? He's not gonna fight.
Yeah.
You'll have run out of bones to break when you and I are through.
Who is this guy? This is the ringleader.
I'll teach you all the lessons your daddy never could. This cruel world doesn't give out presents just for being good. So fight, little wolf, fight. Wanna entertain me? Fight, little wolf, fight. Let's see how you take this. Strike, little wolf, strike. Wanna be a man, then fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight. What? Die, little wolf, die. Don't you know it's fight or fly, little wolf,
fight or fly.
Like fight or flight, maybe.
I know, yeah, I know. It's just awkward.
Need some help?
Athena.
Hello.
Oh. That's interesting.
Whoa, it's so cool.
To stand around, 'cause I suggest you fight back.
I don't know how.
Uppercut him now.
Whoa. How did I do that? This time now moving slow.
No, I just made your thoughts quick.
Whoa, that is so sick.
Again, he's such a
All right,
teenager.
now, let's try this again. I've no respect for bullies, those who impose their will. I've seen plenty enough to truly understand this kind of filth. Let's teach this dog a lesson in front of others.
Ooh, that tie for her.
One wolf has a larger heart than all these men combined.
That scale run. Nice.
Little wolf, fight, take advantage now and strike. Little wolf, strike, don't go down without a fight. Little wolf, fight, little wolf, get up and fight.
Okay, nice.
Oh, maybe I pushed you a bit too hard.
Ow. Go back and cry in your corner. Make sure your mother hears. If she won't choose a man to adorn her, we'll bring blood and
To
tears.
adorn her.
Tell me, Athena, why you came to my aid.
Yes, why, Athena? Why now? 7 years later.
Does she feel bad for Odysseus? Maybe. I don't know.
Probably. Also, she's the goddess.
like-
She's been busy. What did you think of this one?
Yeah, it was okay. Like song wise, I'm lukewarm. I'm lukewarm to the song, but it was interesting that Athena just like, okay. I think what was weird about it is my understanding of Athena is like goddess who is like a strategist who is, you know, really aligns with Odysseus in terms of like scheming and stuff. But then she's like, she doesn't like bullies. I'm like, well, technically their strategy, they're also strategizing in terms of how to take over the throne. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, you know, they have their favorites. Like, they just happen to be on the wrong side of her. Like, if they weren't against Odysseus and Telemachus, she's for, then maybe she'd like appreciate, you know.
I forget that gods choose sides.
Yeah,
I forget that that's a thing.
Human in that way. Yeah.
True. Okay, that makes more sense now because I was just thinking, when does she become like more righteous in a way?
Yeah. And I think also, it has to be like it when watching Epic, you really have to separate out the original like Odyssey from this, because there's definitely a lot of things that have been modernized, which is great. Like, I think otherwise why bother doing a remake, you know, if you're not going to change some things. But yeah, definitely certain ways that the gods or even Odysseus act definitely have been modernized and very different from the Odyssey. It was weird. I did when she's saying I can't stand bullies, I'm like, Athena, I don't know.
Athena, you probably would have agreed if you
done
were on
some
their
shit,
side.
Athena too. Yeah. Anyway, I agree. I thought this one was okay too. I think some of the lyrics were awkward for me. I think I already like, you know, fight or flight. Like, I know that it had to fit in the meter of everything, but yeah, because the original is fight or flight, and then it's just weird.
Yeah, like
some of Athena's lines. Sorry, you go.
Oh, I was going to say because they have to use a verb there, like
which I understand.
Flight. Yeah, so it's like, okay, yeah, it's like you can kind of see what they were going for.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, yeah, some of Athena's lines too, like when she was like, "I made your thoughts quick." You know, I was like, "Oh yeah, I understand." Like it's okay. You know, there's. Can I just go back to Athena's lines? I've seen plenty enough to truly understand. It reminds me of the line in Zeus's line. Like just some extra syllables and words that don't really need to be there, but are stuffed in there because you need to fit the syllable count. Yeah, it's kind of chunky. Yeah, lyrics are hard. That's just the grammar team is just coming out, but I think it's fine. The other thing is adorn. Yeah, the word adorn.
What does adorn mean?
It means to... It's usually you adorn someone with something, like you adorn someone with jewels or something, like you put something on it, like you decorate them. Yeah, it's a way of honoring them.
So it's like a gift.
Yeah, you know, blitzing someone up, you know. But the way that they used it. Yeah, so usually it's adorned with something. You don't just go, I'm just going to adorn you. Yeah. Well, you can do it, I'll adorn you with love, but it's always with, yeah. Anyway, just like nitpicks. Musically, it was okay too. I think I enjoyed Athena's part more when she came in. I mean, it was a... What are we doing? So the chorus is going da 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 da. Oh, just wait for it.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit repetitive for me.
I mean, da 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 da. Yeah, so they're doing the 5th jump to the 6th, 4th. Yeah, it's 5th and 6th intervals repeated over and over. I mean, I think it fits the battle theme. It kind of creates like a battle loop, like, you know, when you play games and stuff. It's like,
I guess so,
the same thing.
Yeah.
Narratively, you could be like, oh, you know, in a battle, you need a lot of stamina. So it's like a lot of repetitive moves and stuff. It
Yeah,
is
I
a little
can see
bit
that.
cheesy, but I don't think cheesiness is necessarily a bad thing.
Especially
think-
with Telemachus.
Yeah, I actually feel like the cheesy stuff that's thrown in there is really fits Telemachus. I do think I would have taken the song more seriously in this part. I think it's really the delivery. Like the delivery in the vocals. Yeah. It was just seemed very laid back. Not as aggressive as I would have liked, maybe.
But in my opinion, it actually fits this character, right? Because he's
'Cause
not
he's
taking
creepy?
Telemachus seriously.
I guess.
No, because he's laid back because he knows he has an upper hand. Like, he's like a full-grown man who probably has trained in fighting, whereas Telemachus has never.
Yeah.
We don't know. He seems like he's never like properly fought before, so it's
then
like
I would have
that's like
felt
their
there would have.
bully.
Then I feel that there was a mismatch then between the tone of the music and the delivery and the vocals, because the vocals to me is like laid back and it's sort of drawly, whereas the music is like trying to get you all hyped up for this fight. You know, with like the.
I see.
So I felt that
like
mismatch.
Like, he's taunting, but he's also not serious. Like, I can defeat you with my left hand kind of thing.
I know, yeah.
So, I understand what you mean as well.
Yeah, it's also because the accents there, like the fight, little one, fight, like when there are accents like that in the music repeated constantly, you kind of expect a bit more aggressiveness in the music. But then the energy just doesn't match the accented stuff. You know, the accents in the lyrics, the accents in the... It's accented by that... Like that cymbal clash.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Now.
So...
Yeah, he's not aggressive enough.
I don't know. I could see either way. I think because the accents aren't matched in the vocals either, it like really dials down the energy of the melodic structure. It was interesting also that the electric guitars returned, because from memory that's like Odysseus's motif when he's fighting and stuff. Yeah, I guess. It's kind of echoing Odysseus, but it's not really Odysseus. Yeah, I mean, they definitely try to usurp his place.
Maybe because he's taking over, like he's stealing the instruments. It's just like, I'm gonna take over your throne. Okay, next one is called We'll Be Fine and drawn by Gigi.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Maybe.
Yay, more Athena.
Tell me, Athena, why you came to my aid.
Whoa, that was...
I had a friend before and he was a lot like you.
They're doing a major version of Athena's riff now.
He had his demons too, and then we grew apart. Then his light went dark, and so I thought maybe if I'd made a different call, maybe if I hadn't missed it all, maybe he'd be fine. Maybe we'd unwind. Maybe if I help another soul, maybe if I helped you reach your goal, life could be that right.
Oh, man. They're really pushing a range.
Athena, I don't know.
Ooh, that key change. What was that?
My time with you's been splendid. The best day of my life, cause I got in a fight and I didn't die. I've never felt strong before. You're my friend, I couldn't ask for more. And so I think maybe
Wow.
life wasn't spent as planned.
This sounds rough for them to sing. It's so high.
I don't think he'll mind. If not his friend, then mine. Maybe to fall is to learn one way. Maybe it's all gonna turn out great. I know we'll be fine. I know it's light, you'll find.
Yeah, nice. I liked how you
You're
changed
a
that.
Thanks.
good kid.
Legendary.
The best day of my
Yeah.
life, 'cause I got in a fight and I
Oh, that was short and sweet. Man, I do appreciate the more introspective songs, of which this is one of them.
I quite like this song, even though it's really high.
Yeah, it is quite high.
It's very high.
For both of them too.
And
Yeah.
it's back to the how Odysseus, when he first met Athena, he also like tried to match Athena. I felt like Telemachus was
Yeah.
like doing the same, like it's like, yes, you're a god, but like we're equal kind of thing. Like we're talking as if we're equals.
Yeah. I liked the melodic references to Warrior of the Mind. Like,
And the variations.
yeah,
'Cause
so
I think
they,
Telemachus does something different.
yeah, well, the
towards, like,
first
the
off
end of
is
the
the
phrase.
riff itself.
Mm.
Instead of the minor, it's like the major. Yeah, I like that they did that little, I don't know if it's a parallel major to minor, but it's definitely major here and then minor in all the other ones where Athena's showed up. So it's kind of like she's kind of starting to mellow a bit. It's like she's regretting her relationship with Odysseus and how that turned out, and she's kind of reflecting on all the mistakes that she made with him, and she's like, maybe I actually want him as a friend now instead of just like a pet.
And then she actually returned the high five at the end in the animatic.
And then
Whereas if it was Odysseus, she didn't.
And then you mentioned that Telemachus was singing lines from like Warrior of the Mind.
Oh, not. Yeah, like I think it was like
Kind of
the ending.
similar.
riff.
I helped him
The
fight
end?
war, but he
Yeah.
has demons too,
Oh.
and then we
This.
grew apart.
Right? Isn't that from Warrior of the Mind? But then Telemachus Zappa does something that kind of swings a different way.
So maybe here.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll mind.
That's Warrior of the Mind.
His friend, then mine.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. So he's kind of like helping
And I think-
Athena turn a new leaf. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does the same like at the very end as well.
I know we'll be fine. I know it's
Yeah.
light you'll find.
Yeah, that was
Yours.
nice. I just want to go back to what that key change that
Mm.
shook me. It was not a nice key. I mean, when I say not nice, I just mean there was no lead up to it. There's, I think, I even heard like a tritone. A major, ending on the subdominant of the A major.
Athena, I
Ooh. The Athena. He ends on the B.
don't know who you're
Ooh. Oh my god, that's why.
Why?
So he goes Athena, which ends on the B, so the 2 of the A major, and then he jumps to the F, which is a tritone. It's a tritone jump. So tritone is like, well, at least you don't know, is like the most dissonant interval jump ever. Because it's right in the middle.
Why though?
Octave, it's right in the middle of an octave. So he actually changes the key to B flat
I
major.
don't know what he's like, but my time with you.
So we went from A major to the B flat major. Ooh, yeah, that was a huge leap. I don't know. Look, I am of two minds. You know, I'm like, they could have used some sort of pivot chord, I guess. I don't know. Nope, that doesn't sound good. What about?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out like how I would have pivoted from the A major to the B flat major. I'm like, maybe like a tritone substitution. So like they ended on the D. Tritone substitution is like where you use a dominant 7th chord and then you replace that dominant seventh chord with another seventh chord, which is a tritone away from the original. It's okay, it's not important. It's just smoother than jumping from the A to the B flat by way of a melodic tritone. Which sounds so jarring. So to be like D, A major 7, da 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 da, B flat. Yeah, even something like that. Anyway, jumping from A major to B flat directly, that was a choice. I think such a bold jump could also be explained narratively. I'm just gonna put everything in the Telemachus is a really naive kid basket. Yeah. And I think he's offering Athena a completely new way to look at her friendship, I guess. And it's this super, super, super jarring shift from one key to another. It's like turning a new leaf. You can start again.
And
start
that
anew.
Makes sense narratively. Yeah, I agree. It makes sense narratively because I feel like sometimes when people are like spiraling, right? They're spiraling in their own, emotions and feelings and guilt or, whatever they're feeling. When someone like slaps you in the face, they snap you out of it. So it has to be jarring. It knocks you out.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what it felt like. It's like Telemachus coming in with like a new way of thinking is basically that slap in the face.
Okay, I can come around to that. Like, because in terms of functional harmony, like the Athena, da, 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 da. Ooh, I was like, it's super clumsy, but it's also not unheard of to have direct key changes like that. You're right. I think it's just in line with Telemachus's character and his age, and also what's happening with Athena and her sudden change of heart, I guess. The classical musician in me is like, but now I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because the thing is, it's not like Jorge doesn't know how to use like relative.
No, I'm sure. I'm just like, oh my god, that was a choice, like with a capital C.
Yeah, it was intentional.
Can I listen to it again now with that new context? And like maybe I'll.
Athena, I don't know who you
okay. Oh, wait, that went down better. That's so funny. So you can change classical musicians' minds. I'm like, why do you need to go by the way of like a tritone substitution or like several more dominant seventh key changes, and then you go finally? I was like, nah.
Yeah, because you need that slap in the face.
That's right.
Yeah, just need a fish to slap you in the face, and instantly you'll be like, oh.
Yes, a salmon slap in the face.
Watch Nichijou, watch along. You'll understand the reference. Okay, next is Love in Paradise by Ximena Natsu. Let's go.
Oh, Ximena.
Oh, Ximena? Sorry.
I don't know.
Old friend, it's been 10 years since I last saw
Where is she? In a little movie theater room.
Oh, when he doxes himself.
Oh, we're going back through everything now. This is the recap episode.
Yeah. She's like, oh my god. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, the screams. Actually, it just hit me. Was Scylla a Hydra?
I think so.
Okay. She has like 6 heads.
Yeah.
Odysseus, where did you go?
Oh, there's so many key changes in there.
Who this? His face.
On my aisle, did you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me though, who's Penelope?
She's my wife.
Anyways, I've got all you could.
Anyways.
Need here, just you and me, my dear, my love for life. Soon into bed we'll climb and spend our time.
I'm not your man.
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here, just you and me, my love. And
She's singing in major and he's responding in minor key. He's not feeling it.
oh,
He's ready to fight.
Goddesses can't die.
She's a goddess.
You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso.
It was Calypso. Oh no. Calypso. She's a minor goddess. Stuck on an island.
No, no, I don't belong here. There's something wrong here. I won't be drawn to love in paradise. Not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine, all mine. 7 years she's kept you trapped.
Yep, he's been there for 7 years.
Damn.
Kept prisoner, essentially. Oh my god, all we have
So
these
do
key
you
changes.
Like,
All I hear are screams.
Odie, get away from the ledge.
Odie? What? I thought that was just Eurylochus's name
You
for him.
don't know what I've sacrificed. Every comrade I long knew. Every friend, I saw them die. And all I hear are screams.
Find you, come back inside, dear love of my
Ugh.
life. Come back to paradise. I know your life's been hard. I'll stay inside you.
All I hear are
I love
screams.
you, my dear. I love our time here. Life would be so much
Just
worse
let
if
me
you
close
had
my
died. Please stay away.
She is so scary.
Open
In my open arms. Ugh. Whoa.
He needs my help.
find you, come back inside, dear
Oh.
love of my life.
Well, I wasn't expecting, like, what was it? His Polites, Eurylochus, and his mum showing up all at the same
Yeah.
time. And then they did this, like,
well, I mean,
really
it
nice,
was,
sad,
like,
blended
PTSD.
counterpoint. Hmm.
It reminds me of the Underworld because the Scream melody was from the Underworld, right? Like it's like all his traumatic memories are like flooding back.
Yeah.
Or like he's just basically suffering PTSD for like 7 years as he's trapped on this island.
I feel like, can we listen to it one more time? I felt like there were a lot of,
Yeah.
like, musical references that just went by really quick. And
Well, it's a recap song.
it is, but I mean, just even, like, riffs and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
motifs.
Remember
So it starts in D minor.
from us. Oh, Disney!
Let's see where you've been.
Major, D minor, G minor, back to D minor. Yeah, it's even the key changes are like reflecting just the mess that his mind is.
I have to see her.
Yeah.
There's the Thunderbringer.
I know.
hmm
Odysseus.
And then when we land on Calypso's island, it's very, it's getting really super jarring jump to this C sharp major.
Morning, sleepyhead. You've been resting for a while. I swore that
It's so bizarre because the music sounds so nice and islandy.
Yeah, is it
and,
like steel drums?
It's supposed to be happy. Yeah, it's
It's
supposed to be
Calypso.
happy.
She's my wife.
He has definitely been kept prisoner against his wishes.
I've got all
Yeah.
And she's totally like ignoring him when he's like, I have a wife. Anyways.
Yeah.
This-
Anyway,
you need here, just you and me, my
and the part where she's like, "I'm a goddess." That change was like
because she changed her minor there as well, which I found interesting. Like threatening.
yeah.
paradise. Now till the end of time. From here on out, you're mine. All mine.
I could kill you where you stand. I'm no
That's the danger motif. Da, da,
Oh, handsome,
da,
you may
da.
try, but
Or at least
let's
no,
try
it's from What is it? The first song?
The riff,
Goddesses
Yeah,
can't
battle.
I think that's like Odysseus's motif.
Battle theme?
Yeah.
Goddesses can't
Yeah,
die.
his battle. Can they die?
I don't think
They're
so.
immortal.
C-sharp minor now. So as
can we
soon as
go
like
back-
he tries to stand up to her, she's like, well, actually, no. Yeah, do you not feel like this is an abuser? Like,
Oh yeah.
most of the time, like
This is-
gaslighting him to be like, this is amazing. But when he does stand
Yeah.
up to her, she's like, I could squash you in a second.
Yeah. So he stands up.
I'm no pet, I'm a married man.
Yeah.
But last I checked,
Try
goddesses
C-sharp
can't die.
major, C-sharp minor.
You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso, here to entertain. But fear not, I bring no pain. Cause we got all we could want here, all we could need.
And
Now
then
she's back to C-sharp major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like those two phrases which is like, oh shit. Like
Yeah, I think he used the C-sharp major and C-sharp minor flips really well to convey the two sides that manipulative abusers show. It's what is this called? It's like love bombing, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
you shower the
Oh.
person with, you know, good stuff. You tell them how much you love them and how happy you're gonna be, and then it
Yeah.
flips immediately to like threatening.
Like almost blackmailing them to keep them here. Well, in her case, it's more like he can't leave anyway because she's a goddess.
Yeah.
Paradise, not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine. Oh,
You're mine. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, you know, under very different circumstances, that can either sound like, ah, that's so sweet, or it's like, oh my God, this is not. He's like a
Yeah,
victim. He's a total victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely a victim in this situation.
And even Athena was like, she's kept you there. So it's not like he's
Yeah.
being punished by Zeus or whatever.
your control. Time can take a heavy toll.
Ooh, and then immediately went to A minor.
Odysseus?
All I hear are screams.
Odie?
Does
get
it have
away.
to- Also an infant riff, right? Wait, in
Yeah,
the-
so that's the danger motif. Da 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 da. That's
was
the
it?
danger
Wait, let me
motif.
listen to it. I'm
It's
getting
the plucked
those two
nylon
motifs mixed up.
strings. It's the plucked nylon
Get away
strings.
from the... Odysseus?
Oh yeah.
Odie, get away from the ledge.
You don't know what
Yeah, that's but it's plucked, the plucked string, I think. It makes it sound so fragile. Like it's
Yeah.
usually it's the straight violins, I think, but now
Like
it's
very
just the plucked
menacing
nylon
kind
string.
of sounding.
Yeah.
It's the danger motif in a way that it's like he's the danger to himself because I think he's about to jump.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. That's really sad.
I've gone through. You don't know what I've sacrificed.
Oh man, it goes really high to like the. You know when you pluck a string, it's like when it's plucked like way up the fingerboard, and so it has that
Yeah.
really, really like it's kind of muffled and also really fragile sound, even more so than we just pluck it down at the normal part of the fingerboard.
Yeah.
Every
Like it's
combat
about to break, you know.
I long
yeah.
Every friend I saw them die, and all I hear are screams.
Find it, come back inside, dear love of my life. Come
This
back.
part was really sad too. Because he's singing da 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 da, obviously thinking about all the men that's died, while she
Yeah.
is simultaneously singing in the major.
Oh, really? So is he still singing a minor key?
Yeah, so he's in A minor and she's singing in C major. Da 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 da. Yeah, C major and A minor are relative major and minor keys, which means that their key signatures are exactly the same. They have all the same notes, but because his tonal center, he's singing from the A minor, which is why he sounds so sad, and she's like trying to lure him back into paradise. It just shows that it's been 7 bloody years and he's still resisting her and still yearns for home.
Oof.
Yeah. Even when like before, when she was like singing in C sharp major and he was like, I'm not your man. That was actually A sharp. I'm pretty sure it was the relative minor of C sharp major. Every time he responds to her, it's always like, no. It's like he's pushing back on her toxic positivity. I mean, I felt like we already kind of talked about it before, like when you were like, oh my gosh, it's really weird that it suddenly turns threatening when she says she's a goddess. Yeah. I guess the key change is that serves the third, like sort of another narrative purpose, which is like to show her manipulation of him. Because as soon as she starts singing in minor, it's like she's not this generous goddess who just wants to love him and give him a happy life. Like she is holding him against his will. And I actually think the dark undertone of this is that he's probably a victim of sexual assault. Like he's essentially being held as a sex slave there for 7 years. Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like Epic shies away from the darker parts of the original. Because Cersei, I think in the original Cersei, it was less, as far as I know, because there are a lot of different sources for Odyssey and there are different readings of it. But I think Calypso definitely held Odysseus against his will there and like raped him. And Cersei potentially as well, because he stayed there for a year. But I think in Cersei's case, it was more of a negotiation. But it's like, how much of a negotiation is it when she's threatening to turn your men into pigs if you don't stay with her? Yeah. And of course, in ancient Greece, they had different standards, shall we say, for like what is sexual assault and all that. Obviously, we've come a long way since then. So, but look, I feel like if we're going to interpret the Odyssey through modern lens, which I think Epic is trying to do in other ways, kind of have to like look at this too and be like, ugh, this is actually really dark.
Because I think I read a comment somewhere. They said that back in that time, it's like it's not considered cheating if you still love your wife, if you're still loyal to your wife, you can still have sex with other women. As long as you still love your wife, and that's not considered cheating. So
there was a lot of like rape and sexual assault in Greek mythology.
Yeah,
which is kind of.
It's just
I feel like this is one of those cases.
Period. Yeah.
So that's really sad. Yeah. I mean, great use of key changes and interactions with relative major and minor keys to show the power imbalance and like the manipulation, I guess. I think that was done really well.
Yeah. And just another thing, I feel like for this song, it's kind of like, especially when he's on that edge, right? I think what is like 7 years driving him insane, because it's like he has lost so much, and in the end, he still hasn't gotten back home to see his wife and kid, right? It's like all of these sacrifices, all of the men that he's lost along the way. It was like, it's all for nothing. It wasn't worth anything because he still hasn't gotten home. It's like, I think if he at least went home and saw his wife and kid, he may have been able to justify all of his guilt, to be like, okay, all of this shit happened, but at least I got home. But now he's on this island. It's like, none of those sacrifices meant anything. Yeah. So it's really sad.
I am so sad. How do we keep going?
Well, there's still another song for the end of the saga, and there's still 2 more sagas to see him get home. So we'll see what happens. The next song is called God Games, and it is drawn by Gigi. Flash warning.
Father, God King, rarely do I ask for favors. Now I'm knocking on your door with hopes to save a friendship with one who's a prisoner far from home. Odysseus.
Divine intervention. Is that what you seek? To untie apprehensions that were placed on
that was a nice shot.
You are playing with thunder.
Playing with thunder.
Shame, but if he's worth the risk of going under, why not make it a game? Convince each of them that he ought to be released, and I'll release him.
Who's that?
Oh, are they all gonna come out?
Apollo! Hephaestus,
Okay, this is what the gods do with their time. They just
Aphrodite,
Play games.
yep.
Ares,
Ooh.
Wait, pause. Just to like give me context. I don't know if they're gonna give me context of the gods. So
Yep.
who's Apollo?
Apollo is the god of light and music. He's like the culture
Okay.
god.
Okay.
Ares is the god of war.
Yeah, so I know
He's
that from
often
one
pitted
of the-
against Athena.
Oh.
Because like they're both kind
they're
of
both, like,
war,
war.
but she comes at it from a more strategic aspect, whereas he's just like, fight, let's fight.
Just
You
like
know,
brute
violence,
force kind of.
blood. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Aphrodite I knew from Hades because
Yeah, she's got
She's
a
like
lot of
love-
shit with Athena.
god of love. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And there was one that starts with H. I've never heard of that. one
Hephaestus.
before.
He's the god of the forge, like the blacksmith. And just in case you want a bit more drama, he used to be married to
Yeah.
Aphrodite, but she had an affair with
Oh.
Ares.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's family drama in.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
they're all. But Aphrodite and Ares then went on to have a couple of kids, I think. And then Hephaestus married someone else. I don't remember who, but you know, they're all just mixing and matching.
You know what was interesting in the lyrics though? It was like convince all of them or me, and I was just like, Zeus, what the frick?
Yeah.
So you're
So
saying
it doesn't matter if
It
Athena
doesn't matter.
convinces the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the end of the song is gonna be like, it doesn't matter. Zeus is gonna be like, no.
Yeah. I feel like Zeus is such a chaos factor in this
Yeah.
epic. You know, Zeus in the original is like pretty
Uh.
reasonable, at least in the Odyssey, because I think Athena kind of just talks to him and he's like, okay. But yeah, this is definitely
Oh,
more dramatic.
So in the original, like Zeus actually.
Yeah,
sets
he's like,
Odysseus
yeah,
free.
it sounds like Odysseus. Yeah, you just go help him. It sounds like he suffered enough. Maybe he'll be like, yeah, sure. Maybe Athena's gonna put up a really good argument.
Wait, I thought Zeus and Poseidon are brothers.
They are, yeah. It
Why
was
isn't
Poseidon
Poseidon
who had
here?
an issue with Odysseus.
Yeah, I'm surprised Poseidon's not here.
Well,
to be
because Zeus
like,
is probably like,
"Yeah."
Poseidon's definitely just gonna be like, smash him.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you have no gain.
True, okay, yeah, that's right. He wants his one.
I'm expecting different motifs.
Bring it.
Groovy.
Well, no, I'm a fan of catchy
Yeah, well,
songs.
it's a liar.
Many
I
sirens
love it.
gone. I think Odie's in the wrong. They were trying to do him worse. All he did was
Odie,
reimburse
again.
them. Now they'll tread with caution first to live another
Is his
day and
nickname?
sing another verse.
If that's true,
That's so-
release him.
So easy.
Yeah.
Hephaestus,
Oh, I love the tapping metal sounds.
Why should I give him my support? He sacrificed his own cohort.
Did you forget they failed to listen? He was betrayed and then imprisoned. But if you make the right decision, he can still build a future with those who miss him.
Fine, release him.
Okay, a lot of blacksmithing references.
You're a little high and mighty. Odysseus claims to love his mother, but let her die of a broken heart. He was busy fighting, more like busy spiting. The Cyclops let him feel the pain that his mother felt and wrought. Wait! Please reconsider this.
really, Athena? These old tricks?
Oh, what is that? That's Athena's motif, but in a weird, like, traditional string instrument.
Coward holds back his power while his friends get devoured. He didn't even fight Scylla, didn't even try to kill her. Hides
Nice.
inside a wooden horse to get the job done. Never handles things up front, pathetic and weak like his son.
Hold your tongue now. You're
Oh.
not my friend. And tell your lover that I'm breaking
Aw.
heart commands.
My
You
friend.
want more bloodshed, then set him free to get back to his homestead. He'll make everybody bleed.
Release him.
I was just like, whatever.
That's a couple.
Hey,
Yeah.
baby. So many heroes, so many tales. Tell me what
Ooh, nice.
why you're so brave, man. He's got the mind of a genius. My heart is pretty skilled with words. You can do better than that.
Like disco strings.
Never once has he cheated on his wife.
Release him.
Oh my god. She's like, Zeus could never.
Yeah.
I played your game and won. Release him.
You dare to defy me, to make me feel shame. No one.
Oh, here we go.
No one wins my game. Thunder, bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes the kingdom fall. Is she
Did he
dead?
just smite Athena?
I guess so. Oh. This color.
Oh my god, that was so. It ended with legendary.
Yeah.
Is she gonna fight her dad?
Please let him go.
I don't get
Divide
it,
into
Zeus.
Is that what you seek?
I.
Tie apprehension.
This is so different. I don't
Right.
know about Zeus attacking Athena.
I mean, she did kind of humiliate him in a way, being like, haha, you know.
He never cheated.
Yeah, Odysseus never cheated, unlike someone, you know.
I don't know. I think I just have trouble understanding Zeus's character in Epic. Like, even if you don't take into account the original Odyssey, does it not seem like he's just weirdly out of character every time he shows up? Well,
No,
at
I
least
don't know what
here, I feel like, because look, in Just a Man, which is when we first saw him, he's telling Odysseus, "This is what the gods want. Like, you have to do what needs to be done," which is fair.
You mean Horse and Infant?
Right, yeah, Horse and Infant, sorry. And then when he shows up in Thunderbringer, it's because he's meting out justice. You know, yeah, he's a little bit like cocky and stuff, but he's all, well, you did this, therefore there are consequences.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
it's
you
very
killed the
reasonable
cattle.
still. But here, it just seems like he's just suddenly turned really petty all of a sudden. Because he's pissed that Athena managed to win this game. So he's going to be like, I guess so. I think people are just going to be like, well, that's gods for you. You know, they can turn on a
Yeah.
whim. But, you know, Athena
Yeah.
is his favorite daughter, though. Like,
Oh, is she?
but I guess I'm just drawing on the
Yeah, see,
original
I-
mythology too.
Because I have
Yeah.
no knowledge of like what the original was, so I'm just like, I don't actually know if they're out of character or not, or this is just a facet of the character that I did not know because they never really established him. And you know, we only saw him
Yeah.
twice, so it's kind of like, well, maybe he is like this, but I just didn't
Yeah,
know
that's
until
fine.
now, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I was just like, that's so weird. Oh, do you know that the thing that is consistent though with the original is that Hades is not there? Because
Oh.
Hades
Oh,
also
yeah.
wasn't mentioned in the original either. He's kind of just too busy with the underworld. You know, there have been a lot of dead people. You know, he's probably processing
is
Odysseus' 600 men.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god,
I know,
stop
he's just
dying.
like, you guys just play your games. I've got real work, real shit to do. What did you
Anything
think?
else musically?
Yeah, what did you think of all the different timbres of instruments and the different music styles that they had with all the gods? I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I like the change. I like Aphrodite's line.
Aphrodite?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that they use the lyre for Apollo. He's always shown with his lyre. He's like, he likes the siren songs.
Hey, pause. I do feel like, other than Hera's like counterpoint Athena has, none of Athena's counterpoints were that strong. I don't know if you felt that in terms of narratively.
I
was
mean,
just like,
I have to be honest, I was more paying attention to the music.
attention to music.
Because what's the thrust of her argument? It's like
Well, Sirens can sing another day, but like, didn't Odysseus kill them all? Like,
he
how are
killed
they
them
gonna
all, And yeah, you're right. He did kill them all.
Right?
At least the ones
did
that came
kill
to
them all.
attack him.
Yeah, so it's like, how are they gonna continue singing if he killed them all?
You know what? Athena's not past lying.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's her strategy.
This isn't like, you know.
Okay, I should pay attention to the music. I was trying to like,
No, it's good because I was
catch the
paying attention
story.
to the music, but not really.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
get the
glad you're
songs
paying
again.
attention to the music. I was just like trying to read the lyrics to be like, okay, what are their arguments?
Okay, so that's not strong. What did she say for Hephaestus?
Something about family. Like, yes, he
Trust is
was betrayed
forged.
first.
Yep.
Even is forged, why should I give
Oh,
him
'cause he
my
sacrifices
support?
men.
He sacrificed his
Yeah.
own cohort.
Did you forget they failed to listen? He was betrayed and then imprisoned. But if you make the right decision, he can still build a future with those who miss him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's
he did
okay.
sacrifice his men. And I
Like,
feel like she's kind of
technically-
sidestepping that. She's not saying he didn't.
Mm.
She's saying
Yeah.
he was
He still-
also betrayed because, you know, windbag and all that.
Yeah.
And mutiny.
And that he still has family.
Yeah.
So did the 600 men that went with him, but okay. I do want to make a note that the animation was really cool. I mean, just like go back a bit.
Did you forget
Well, I
they
didn't
failed to
mention that.
listen? He was betrayed and then imprisoned.
Yeah, I do love the animation here. And like
Yeah.
the hammer flying over
Miss him.
and the her
Yeah,
hitting
I like the
that thing. Yeah, it was really
yeah.
cool.
I love the bells too. So what if Aphrodite?
You're a little high and mighty. Odysseus claims to love his mother, but let her die of a broken heart. He was busy fighting, more like busy spiting the Cyclops.
I love this one. I love
Spidey,
it. It's
the
so
Cyclops.
good.
His mother
That
felt
was
unright.
such a great line. Like, it's just like,
Reconsider this.
Okay,
'Cause
so
it's
she doesn't
true,
really.
though.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's like, well, you know. he
And then
could've
Athena
just
doesn't
not
really
do
have an
that.
answer. Really,
She
not to
Doesn't, because
Aphrodite.
it's true. Like,
Yeah.
Aphrodite, what she stated was true.
Yeah. Okay, this my favorite part musically, just because. Don't you think that's like it sounds like an erhu to me, like the
Oh.
traditional Chinese,
Traditional.
or unless there's a
yeah.
Greek stringed instrument that kind of sounds like that. But to me, it's like because I was like, that's not a violin or a viola.
And the timbre's a little bit
I
different.
love this like rap singing.
And it's like Athena's motif, but for Ares, because they're both like war related.
Yes, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, 'cause
And
they
the
could
visuals
present-
as well. When Ares first appear,
Wait,
Athena does the hourglass thing, and when Ares comes in, he like flips it and like stabs through it pretty much. Yeah, see, he flips it and it crashes
yeah.
through.
Ares!
Yeah, that was great using that motif with a different tempo to show like the two sides of war. That was cool.
What was their arguments? It was like, if you let Odysseus go, he will continue to kill more people.
Yeah. Also, he hates how he like hides behind like tricks and stuff. Doesn't face people up front.
Okay, and then Athena's counter argument is, don't insult his son because
Telemachus
he's my friend.
friend.
It's, again, not a great argument, but sure. No, wait, no.
No, he, basically it's like he's gonna kill more people in Ithaca because he has to get rid
Oh,
of.
no,
the-
I meant her line towards Aphrodite is like, a broken heart can mend. His mom is dead. Anyway, sorry. This is
Yeah,
so,
anyway.
This is so funny to me. This is so funny to me.
Well, I just feel like this is how you don't need good arguments to win.
Again, Athena's counter is kind of like, he'll kill more people, but isn't Ares' argument that he hides behind the shadows and schemes? Like, he
And
kills
the wooden
people, but he's
horse
like
and all that.
not upfront about, it's not like a, or how do I say it, like a proper fight in a way. It's like he's more like an ambusher, right? Almost like an assassin, not facing up front. And I think that's like Ares' argument, but Athena's just saying like, well, more people will die, so it's okay. But it's like, but that's not the argument.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't think it's more appealing to his brute instincts. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then he would just forget about the other arguments that aren't so great.
I think I need to switch my brain off and be like,
yeah, I don't think this is meant to be, you know, a full-on logic battle. It's just whatever thing is said last is the thing that holds, basically.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe gods just don't really care.
Yeah, I think that's consistent with Greek gods.
All right, musically, is there anything else?
I think it was such a tall order to make this song because obviously you're stuffing in like 6, 7 gods and you have to have different motifs for each one of them. I think for what it was done well. I really would have loved more of each of the parts a little bit more, but then it wouldn't have worked because then it would have brought it out to like this 8-minute song or something. And
it would have been too long.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hold.
Yeah, so for what it was great. I just love picking out the different instruments and timbres. But I think Aries' part was my favorite. Yeah, not the best, just my favorite. Yeah,
I think my favorite is probably Aphrodite and Hera. I don't know. Aphrodite's lines just like makes my ears tingle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. Also animations. I love Hera walking down the stairs.
Hera's part musically. It reminded me of Ooh by Mark Ronson.
I don't know who that is.
Like the disco synth. It's like 1970s disco.
Never once has he cheated on his wife.
The cup like disintegrates in her hand. Amazing animation. So actually that's the end of the Wisdom Saga.
Oh, yes. I think I enjoyed the Wisdom Saga. I feel there was a lot more like new stuff that we got. Even though there were still many references to previous songs, obviously, because narratively you need to call back to certain things, but I think they were chopped up in different ways, called back in different ways, and then you had Telemachus, I don't really know how to pronounce it properly, but Telemachus's parts I think were fresh, as it should be.
Yeah.
It's a fresh,
because it's a new
teenager.
character.
Yeah.
And we're not following Odysseus. Like, I mean, we had one song with Odysseus and that's it.
The super
Every other
depressing
was not.
song.
Yeah, the super depressing abusive song.
Which
song about
again,
abuse.
musically, I would say he managed to convey that manipulative relationship and Odysseus's mental state really well musically. I thought that was cool. Not cool, like depressing, but cool. You know what I mean?
Cool in a intentional way. Okay, so I was linked a video. It's like, I think it was like a short, and then Gigi did an animatics for this short, and it's called Hermes and God Games. I was to watch it after God Games.
Okay.
So
Oh yes, darling. No, I'm supposed to be here. No, I know them. I know them. It's absolutely, I'm on the list. I am the list, darling.
I love Hermes.
Seriously. Who do you think you're talking to? Boo, darling. Let's go, Athena. You got it. You got it, darling. You're not going to read this in any book, but I snuck into Hephaestus' forge when I was younger. I touched everything. I moved everything around. He hated it. You look gorgeous, Aphrodite. Absolutely. Nobody looks better than you. No, well, nobody over there does. Aries. You got it, Athena. Tag me in. Okay. No spoilers. Don't tell me anything. Athena, darling. Athena.
the prophet. No spoilers.
I mean, this is really warm. Athena.
Oh, it's Athena stan.
Yeah.
I love you, darling.
I love Hermes. I really hope it's Hermes again.
I hope so.
Epic
too.
proper.
Yeah. So apparently that was a short by the Hermes singer. Hermes. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so he made a short of God Games. But yeah, so that is the end of Wisdom Saga. And we shall move on to the next one very soon.